you shape how your child is going to be when he grows up. If you don't draw a boundary, where is he going to learn to discipline himself? Where is he going to learn to change his behavior around? Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Podcast number 11. Learn to accept people, situations, and replace it with good positive thinkings, better tone of voice, better body language, friendly body language, and you will turn people around. You would influence them with your thinking, with your tone of voice, with acceptance, and you would create anger, animosity, and no cooperation with judging people. So in podcast 10, I shared something like that with my story. Another thing that I also shared is work on yourself. That's what you have. You cannot work on other people. You cannot work on the situation which is not in your control. Those were two very basic messages. Moving forward in podcast 11, I'm going to share some of the story about my childhood, how I was raised and what boundaries were I given, what challenges that I had and how my parents turn it around, even with limited resources that they have had, but they had a proper understanding. They understood me properly. I was labeled as a problem child. Why? One of the reasons I was labeled problem child is when I see something wrong, I would fight back, and I would fight back fiercely with fierce anger, body language, and sometimes I would throw stuff at people and beat them up with, abusing words and throwing stones at them and all that thing. And my mother saw that, that this is something that's happening. And, she got me, with psychiatrists and psychologists and got me through counseling when I was a little kid. And then she also reached out to schools and deans of the schools and talked to them that, my son is having an issue where he sees an injustice or somebody's trying to bully him, he's going to fight back. So take care, make sure that he's protected well, and then he's a good kid. He's not a bad kid. My mother protected me from all the things. And when I come home and I get in trouble, my mother will not just say, oh, it's okay and all that thing. She would sternly say, this is not acceptable. This is not what my son is all about. You must do this. My mother was not trying to be a friend. She was trying to be a parent. And one message that I want to give it to generation, you are parent first. You could have a friendly way of talking to kids, but when you have to draw a boundary, you draw a boundary because that's what your parents are all about. You shape how your child is going to be when he grows up. If you don't draw a boundary, where is he going to learn to discipline himself? Where is he going to learn to change his behavior around? Because you want to be a friend. He doesn't need a friend. He needs a parent who could really guide him in a proper way. When some of the kids used to bully me and play with me because I used to be so skinny and weak, and they would push me hard and all that thing, I'll fight back and use some bad words and throw stones and all that stuff at me. My mother would scold me and all that thing, but, behind my back, she would go back to the parents of the other kids who bullied me and all that thing, and will tell them, would you tell your son to stop bullying my son? Because that's what he did. And that's why he did. I'm correcting my kid. But, please take control of your own kids. Parenting makes a huge difference. And my message during this podcast is, whatever you need to do, whatever you need to learn to be a better parent, take that responsibility upon you. If you want your kids to grow out to be a better kids with good value system, with honesty, integrity, with also having a good self-image, because you are the one who's going to build your kids' self-image. My self-image was always bad. My mother never said it to me. My mother always put up a standard in it. He said, you know what? My name is Rajesh, but she used to call me Raja. Raja in our language, in our Gujarati language, means king. And she used to say, you are my Raja beta. You know what? I know you have some great seeds in you and you're going to make me feel proud of yourself. And I didn't believe in those words, but you know what? I started believing in them, and now I've shaped myself and I've really changed my world around. Again, I wanted to just give you that message. Parenting is a full-time job. Don't take it lightly. Invest in learning to be a better parent, and your kids will turn out to be a great parents. Ajay, Karishma, have been a great parents. They have a great value system as they have gone through that. And my son, Rohan, is going to benefit out of that. Wish all of you who are our parents there and listening to this new age Indian dad, invest in your kids. It's the true investment that you could do as a parent. Other investment is really good too, but investing in your own kids, return is just awesome. You will reap the benefit. And you would, when you are no longer there, you would have created a generation that's going to bless you because you really drew boundary, taught them good values, and they were growing up. Wishing all of you happy 2026 moving forward. And I'm going to end my podcast number 11. God bless you and love you. Take care.